Thanks to Tune My Music for sponsoring this video, but more on them later. Stay hydrated. So every so often, I get an email from Amazon that tells me that I have a unused Prime benefit. Now, what benefit could that be, you ask? Well, apparently, as an Amazon Prime member, I get access to Amazon Music and all of the songs and podcasts that it comes with. And it's all included with my $99 annual fee for Prime. $99. Now, since I've been on a quest to find a better streaming service than Spotify, I decided that, hey, why not actually use this unused benefit? Not only that, why not go all the way and actually activate my free trial of Amazon Music Unlimited to find out whether or not Amazon Music truly is better than Spotify. So in this video, join me as I talk about my experience switching to Amazon Music and how it compares to Spotify based on content, search and recommendation features, sound quality, and pricing. I don't know what I did with my hands there. By the end of this video, you'll find out which streaming service is the better option for you and find out whether or not I will finally be making the switch to Spotify. Or what? Not Spotify, hold on. Find out whether or not I'll be making the switch out of Spotify to Amazon Music. That's better. But before I continue, I'd love it if you guys would like the video, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you'd like to see next. To start, let's talk about music. Which platform has more? Well, both Amazon Music and Spotify claim to have over 100 million songs. And this means that no matter which platform you choose, you should easily find all the songs you want to listen to, and then some. This also means that if you ever want to switch from Spotify to Amazon Music, or vice versa, transferring your music collection from one service to the other is a breeze, especially if you're using a service like Tune My Music, which is designed for people who want to hop from one music platform to the other, or if you're like me and use multiple streaming services at the same time. So if by the end of this video, for example, I decide to move from Spotify to Amazon Music, all I need to do to transfer my playlist is go to tunemymusic.com on my laptop, phone, or tablet. Then I'll select Spotify as my source, load my playlist from Spotify, select the playlists I want to transfer over, and then select Amazon Music as my destination. I'll then hit Start Transfer, and then Tune My Music's matching technology will work to match songs across your source and destination platforms. A few minutes later, my entire Spotify music collection is now on my Amazon Music account. Besides transferring playlists, Tune My Music also lets you share tracks and playlists with friends and family, even if they're using a different music service. You can also use Tune My Music to back up your music library and sync all your playlists across different streaming services to make sure that your carefully curated music collection is always available to you regardless of the platform you're using. Now, if you're interested in trying out Tune My Music, you can start using it today for free by using our link in the description below. Now, besides music, both Amazon Music and Spotify also offer a wide selection of podcasts. However, Spotify also offers access to over 375,000 audiobooks. In fact, if you have a premium subscription, you get up to 15 hours of audiobook listening time for free every month. But you could also just buy audiobooks individually if you want. So from a content perspective, Spotify and Amazon Music seem to be pretty close since they both offer a large collection of songs and podcasts. However, which you decide to go with ultimately depends on whether or not you like audiobooks. So if you do, then the choice is clear, go with Spotify. But if you're like me and you don't really listen to audiobooks, then both services should serve you well. All right, content aside, what kind of search and discovery features do Amazon Music and Spotify offer? Well, on Spotify, the answer is a lot. A lot of features, and I've covered this in detail in the previous streaming service videos. Spotify has been around for a long time now, and during that time, they've really refined the recommendation algorithms, and they've packed those algorithms into features that I use pretty much daily. For example, Spotify offers several auto-generated playlists based on your listening habits, including Discover Weekly and Daylist. And Spotify has also been slowly integrating more AI-centric features to help you listen to old and new songs faster. This includes features like DJX, which automatically queues up music based on your listening habits, and the AI playlist feature, which allows you to create playlists by using prompts, though this is currently limited to a handful of countries. However, it just recently came, literally the day before I'm shooting this video, it got released, and it is pretty cool. You can tell it to make, I don't know, a playlist for the gym that makes you feel like you're at EDC, and then you can even do follow-up prompts like add songs from this specific artist to really fine-tune the playlist. And then of course you can add and remove songs as you like, because, you know, as nice as the feature is, there are still some bugs, and it also puts some odd suggestions here and there that don't really fit the vibe of your AI playlist. Either way, it's really cool. It's just a unique approach to kind of coming up with playlists without having to do much manual labor. In addition to that, Spotify also lets you create radio stations, which automatically generate a queue of songs based on your favorite songs, artists, or albums. If you have a particular song in mind, you could also just use the search bar to find your favorite tunes, or search by lyrics if you forget the title of a track, which is super convenient, I must say. So Spotify's feature set is great. How does Amazon Music compare? Well, I have to say that Amazon's search and recommendation features are just a little underwhelming. Now, just like Spotify, Amazon Music offers stations that automatically generate a queue of songs based on your favorite artists, songs, playlists, and albums. And you can start a station by selecting the Play Similar options in the options menu of the interface. On top of that, Amazon Music also automatically creates stations for you based on your listening habits, and you can find them all in the home screen. With Alexa, you can queue up your favorite songs or have it select songs for you based on what you're feeling. For example, you could ask Alexa to play songs for the beach or play songs for bed. Now, in theory, this sounds cool, but I didn't really find that Alexa did a good job in queuing up songs that I particularly liked. For example, I told Alexa to play music for my workout, and it started queuing up songs like Dance the Night Away. Now, it's a good song, it's a great song, and it might be in other people's workout playlists, but for me, I religiously listen to EDM and hip hop when I work out, so it's really not tailor-made for me compared to what Spotify does with its Smart Shuffle feature, or even with DJX. So I just wish that Alexa gave more personalized options, is what I'm saying. But Dance the Night Away, banger song. And on the subject of things that annoy me, I also really don't like the fact that I cannot access my playlist directly from the home screen. So for example, if I try to tap on a playlist in the recently played tab on the home screen, yes, the playlist starts to play, which is great, but I can't actually access the actual playlist and see what's in it. There isn't even a way for me to see the playlist from the Play Now screen. I have to go all the way to my library and then open the playlist again just to see what's inside. And on an even smaller side note, why is the library text not aligned with the rest of the menu options? Just looks pretty haphazard for the UI. Back to the main point though. Amazon Music's station feature is a nice touch, and having Alexa built into the app may be great for those who already use Amazon's device ecosystem. However, I just don't see these features being more useful than what Spotify offers. Also, if I wanted to queue up songs with my voice assistant, I could always just ask Siri to do it for me. So having Alexa really isn't that big of a standout feature, at least for me. I don't use Amazon's devices at home, so it's not a must-have feature for me. So which platform makes it easier to find your favorite songs or discover new ones? Well, in this case, I gotta give the win to Spotify. Now, here's where the tides shift. Sound quality. Which streaming service offers higher quality listening? Well, this one's pretty obvious. It's Amazon Music. It's not even close. With an Amazon Music Unlimited subscription, you get access to lossless 24-bit 192 kHz audio files. Meanwhile, Spotify users, even those with a premium subscription, are limited to using compressed audio files with a bitrate of 320 kilobits per second. Now, this is gonna be fine for most listeners, since most people use wireless earbuds and headphones to stream music anyway, but it is not the highest quality option out there. In fact, if you regularly use a wired connection, or you have a phone and headphone with Snapdragon sound, then you're probably gonna hear a noticeable difference in audio quality when streaming from Spotify and with Amazon Music. To rub more salt in Spotify's wounds, Amazon Music also supports spatial audio with support for both Dolby Atmos and Sony 360 Reality Audio for a more immersive listening experience. Meanwhile, even in 2024, Spotify has yet to support any form of spatial audio format. So if you're looking for which streaming service offers the highest quality music streaming experience, or even just the most immersive music streaming experience, then the choice is clear. It's Amazon Music. Now, if you don't want to pay for a music streaming service, the good news is that both Amazon Music and Spotify will let you listen to its catalog for free, though there are some limitations. On Spotify, for instance, a free account gives you full access to Spotify's entire music and podcast library. You also get an unlimited number of skips. However, you will have to deal with ads, and you can't just play songs in any order, and you can't download songs or podcasts for offline listening. Meanwhile, a free account on Amazon Music gives you access to its entire library of music and podcasts. However, this free account means that you can't play songs on demand, you can only play them with shuffle on. Also, you have to deal with ads, you don't get unlimited skips, and you of course can't download any content for offline listening. So if you're dead set on paying a grand total of $0 to stream music, then I'm gonna say Spotify is the better option here. Now, if you are willing to pony up some cash to stream music, this is where the story gets a little bit more complicated. So if you're an Amazon Prime member, like I mentioned in the beginning, you automatically get access to Amazon Music's Prime tier. Now, this means you can enjoy Amazon Music's entire collection of songs and podcasts, all ad-free, and you can even download content for offline playback. However, there are still some limitations you have have to keep in mind. With the Prime tier, you don't have unlimited skips unless you're listening to songs that are in what Amazon calls an all-access playlist. You also don't have access to HD and Ultra HD streaming quality, and you also don't get access to spatial audio tracks. There's also a bunch of other limitations to keep note of depending on which device you're using to stream music from, which we're just gonna show on screen here. Now, if you want the full unrestricted Amazon Music experience, you'll then have to pay $9.99 a month for an individual plan, $16.99 a month for a family plan, or $5.99 for use only on an Amazon Echo Smart Home device. Students can also get an Amazon Music Unlimited plan at a lower price of $5.99. On the other hand, Spotify's plans cost a little bit more than Amazon Music, with individual plans starting at $11.99, a plan for two at $16.99, and a family plan for $19.99. However, student plans on Spotify cost the same as student plans on Amazon Music, so still $5.99. Now, after going over the numbers, some of you might think that Amazon Music's subscription model does make sense, more sense than Spotify. Not only is Amazon Music subscription cheaper than Spotify, but you also kind of get more bang for your buck, especially since Amazon Music gives you access to lossless audio files and spatial audio formats. Now, while that might be great for people who listen with the right equipment, streaming quality might not necessarily be your number one priority. For me, I myself would much rather have a streaming service that makes it easy for me to play my favorite songs and recommend songs that I actually like. I prioritize the recommendation algorithms more than necessarily streaming quality. And after using both services for a while now, I've got to admit, I think I'm gonna stick with Spotify. Don't get me wrong, despite those minor UI issues, I did enjoy my time with Amazon Music, and I even love the fact that Amazon Music offers a higher quality and more immersive listening experience than Spotify. But honestly, I just find that Spotify's recommendation algorithms are just far superior than what you get on Amazon Music. And since I mostly use wireless headphones and earbuds to listen to music, I know that I'm not really gonna benefit from the lossless audio files when I'm streaming songs. Also, I really just can't get enough of features like Discover Weekly and Daylist, and considering the fact that AI Playlist is now available in Canada, I feel more inclined to use Spotify now more than ever. And these features that make it so easy to find new songs and create playlists, it's what's making it really difficult for me to switch out of Spotify to another platform. Again, Amazon Music is a good service. It pretty much has all the songs you're gonna want, and it's definitely gonna have podcasts too, and it provides a higher quality audio experience overall. But again, for me, I can't get enough of Spotify's recommendation algorithms. Then again, I was really close to switching out of Spotify when I was using Apple Music. And I was this close to switching. And if you want to know what almost made me switch to Apple Music, then make sure to check out my Versus video right here. Thanks again to Tune My Music for sponsoring this video, and until next time, happy listening. Yay.